Here's a little example of how to use the comment editing feature when we're editing and commenting on our peer-reviewed lesson plans. So I've created a little document here, and I'll just go through it, and then I'll show you a couple examples at the end. The first thing you want to do is make sure Word is open. You've got the document that you're going to be editing on the screen. Along the top, you should have a review tab. Make sure to click this open. All right, so you will see the comments and the tracking and the changes. We're going to be using comments and tracking. Changes will come a little bit later, so don't worry about that for right now. So first of all, click on the track changes icon, and that will open. I'll show you a little example here under track changes. The first thing we want to do is we're going to want to go down to the username. And you'll see here that I have my first and last name and my initials here. Just make sure that's recorded. Sometimes it'll already be there. Perhaps you'll have to add it. If you're using somebody else's computer, you'll have to make the changes. So once you've done that, click OK. And then you want to click on the track changes icon again. So for example, I go up here. When I click on here, track changes, you'll see that the track changes as it shows in this diagram, and here is this orange color. Now anything you do after this will record changes that you make, and they'll hide them in the background or show them. Say for example here, when I clicked on this, it just assumed automatically, oh, this is actually a numerical box. It isn't actually, but it showed it in red. So it shows all new changes in red. Okay, so talk here, changes are in red text when they're entered into the document. Now we're going to be working here on the editing column on the left-hand side. That will appear when you click on New Comment. So I'm going to show you an example of that. Here's a comment that I've added here. Now, it's very important to realize, all right, we're only offering edits through comments. We're not actually going in and correcting the lesson plan. That's up to the person who wrote it. You as a reviewer are simply going to make observations and offer suggestions. Things you like, things you might change, sort of a running commentary of what you think. So again, all right, we're steps 6 and 7, we won't really be using that much. In the context of this course, we're going to be using these comment bars. So here's an example of a lesson plan from last semester, and you'll notice, all right, comments are located. The area that we want to comment, and it's rather broad, click and drag to highlight. Otherwise, you can simply click at the end of a particular section, and then that will add a comment. So for example, if I want to add a new comment, I simply place my cursor either at the end of the section, or I can highlight the section like so, click New Comment, and a comment box appears. Notice RR, that means me, so you'll see a lot, hopefully not too many of those on your lesson plan. And they're in numerical order, so RR2 comment, RR3 comment, RR4, etc. And then I can simply type in here, this is an example comment. When I'm done, press enter. All right, and then I can continue entering it, or I can just simply click my cursor somewhere back onto the main screen. So you can add all kinds of comments like that. And as I've noticed in the directions here, this is the peer editor, and they're using F as their initials, and that's fine. And theirs is a slightly different color. Sometimes I'll simply just agree with the comments that the peer editor has made, or perhaps I may offer some corrections or some suggestions. So please make sure you read through all the comments. If you get the comments back in time to make the changes prior to submission, then simply type the information that you want in the screen. Please leave the comments on so that I know the changes have been made. Otherwise it gets confusing. Okay, so again, here I explain how to use the comment editor, how to add a new comment, here. So that, and it just goes to the last place where you had the cursor in the document. If I don't want that, I can click delete, and it'll delete the comment. For this point, that's all we need to do. As peer editors, we're simply going in, reading through the document, adding comments where we feel necessary to help improve the quality of the lesson plan. Once you receive those back, you can make the changes. Remember, lesson plans 1 and 2 are drafts only. This is the place to make mistakes and to learn from those. You'll have a chance to resubmit after spring break and to improve your grade. Well, hope you found this helpful. Please have a read through the document and feel free to look at this again. I'm using Screencast-O-Matic, which I just is a new screencasting software. I used to use Jing. This seems to work pretty good. So if you want to ever use these with your students, you certainly can. Okay, thanks for listening. This will be posted to YouTube.